little bit difficulty setting up the stream this morning, so bear with me 1 second and we'll just make sure everything goes fine before I introduce what it is we'll be doing today. Okay, cool. We are live, all fine. Great. And looks like my microphone is working, so all good. The other day I came on the stream and it wasn't, so that sucks. Now, what I'm going to do today is merge reviews. I have 11 to do. This is one of my least favorite parts of this job, to be honest. So I'm hoping it's going to be more fun with you. So please ask questions as we go. Give comments, feedbacks, whatever you'd like. I'm all here for it because I don't really want to be doing this. So yeah, please give me as much commentary as possible, please. So I'll explain what I mean by reviews. So same as in most companies, you need your code to be reviewed before it's merged, so that we share the responsibility of mistakes, and so that we make sure that our code base is properly up to date. I don't know why I have 11. You can set your status so that you have less. My status has been on busy for a long time. I haven't been doing these, so yeah, maybe the bot just said, okay, time to catch up. But we're just going to go through one by one. We might not be able to review everything, but I'll talk you through the thought process regardless. Yeah, cool. Probably won't interest you, but I'm standing on like a balancing board. Anything to make code reviews slightly more interesting. Alright, so this looks like a docs feature. I don't know why I've been assigned a docs feature, but let's read through and work it out. Now again, I like being read to, so I'm going to read all of this out aloud, and also it helps me read, and I don't feel so self-conscious being silent, so please don't mind me reading to you. There's been some confusion around target branch rules. Here's a link to the docs. You might look at that later. And whether or not they provide enforcement of some kind of workflow as posters from Slack. Now you can't see this one, and I can't open it in front of you, so we'll leave that one alone. We should not only remove rules from the name, but also replace it with a term that better reflects its intended function from the name of the feature in the UI and the documentation. Read more here. This must be merged after this. Okay, so this merge request relies on this merge request. So we're also going to read that. Okay, and then here are the screen recordings. Let's have a look at them. Okay, so currently this is how it looks. We have target branch rules, and what this does is you can create rules for a target branch in a merge request. I imagine this is something like you can't just push directly to master. And then after, here is a workflow. Okay, so from now on, what we want to do is we want to add a branch target. I don't know if that was different before. We want to see the branch name, target branch, save. Alright, it doesn't really make sense to me. Surely it's the same here. This says add branch target. This says add target branch rule. Okay, so maybe it's just a wording change. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So we're just getting rid of the word rule, I guess. How do we set it up and validate it? We go to the project settings, in merge requests. We should be able to scroll down to target branch rules. And it should be called merge requests branch workflow. Follow this workflow to create your merge request branch target, and if all screens have the right feature naming convention. Okay. Some comments, see if there's anything relevant for me. Thank you for getting this merge request started. I've approved to help speed things along. I don't think remove rules from target branch will merge before tomorrow afternoon, and I'm all out next week. Something to be careful of. Is this what we're looking at? No, it's not. It's this one. Okay. Something to be careful of while I'm out of office. If the subheading configure workflows for target branches is changed again, these two files must also be updated. Must also update. Okay. I've pushed changes to fix both. This merge request has a long pipeline, and because of the changes to Enterprise Edition. Sorry about that. Had to get the pipeline to pass. If you need more help while I'm on vacation, ask in docs. I'm so glad we found an answer. Alright, cool. Here's the message to me. So I'm doing the front end review. So there's someone else doing back end, someone else doing UX. So what's really important for me is that the front end is correct. Now this is docs, so I'm going to ignore it. This is also docs, so I'm going to ignore it. This is the only thing that I need to review in my role. Now, okay, so this is a link to the help page URL. What is an anchor here? I don't know what this is. Because, okay, fine, this probably gives an anchor tag, but is this an ID or is it like it's not text? I don't know what this is for, anchor. Okay, so let's open this up in the GTK and have a look. I think if it was something that I immediately understood, I would probably just approve, but I don't. Okay, I want to make sure we're on GitLab, not GitLab UI. Do we have changes? Yeah. This one we can discard because it's just from the migration process. This one is mine, and I was just testing to see, are we actually looking at the right label? So now we can get rid of those changes. We can pull the latest changes on master. There's been 609 commits since I last pulled. It's a good reminder that GitLab moves fast, and GitLab moves fast, and you should always pull the changes. Also, if that noise is annoying, I'm standing on a wobble board just because I hate merge request reviews so much, and I'm just trying to make it more interesting. And nobody's chatting to me enough, so please feel free to chat and interrupt me. I don't want to be doing merge requests. So yeah, alright, but we are. So we're checking out this branch. Now, Git doesn't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press code, check out branch, and then even if it's on like a funny sort of, I don't know why I can't check this out, but maybe you can do fetch and then try. should get all of the branches. No, that's okay. So if I do this, what it's going to do is it's going to fetch the origin, okay, same as this, and then we're gonna make a new branch because I'm on the community branch. So we're going to make a new branch called this, but it's going to be based off here, this origin. Usually that happens automatically on mine, but it's not happening now. Alright, well that's odd. We are in GitLab project. Is this in GitLab project? Yeah. How odd. Just gonna try again, just for a laugh. Okay. So I'm gonna try to fetch origin, make sure this works. Yeah, cool. Alright, I don't know why I can't check out this branch. If you have any ideas, yeah, let me know, because that's a weird problem. Alright, that's really annoying. Okay, well instead of that, what I can do is I can just download the difference, but we're really only checking out this one section, so we can just make this change. It's very small. We're not going to get bogged down in it. Okay, so I want the validation instructions. So I want to go to the merge request branch workflow. This should be in settings, merge requests. Okay. So we start our GTK. Should have done that first. I just want to make sure that everything's running as expected. Because it just pulled and there were so many changes, I'm going to kill everything that's running, and then I'm going to start it again. Oops, that'll say everything's. I would have expected that to say that everything's not running since I just killed it, but whatever. This won't take long. Okay, and then I want to look at the code. Let's go back. Let's look at this code and try to work out like why do we need anchor, and what is it giving us? Like, where is this information going? This anchor. So I want to look. So this is in Haml, which is a Ruby on Rails HTML language. Hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, please feel free to ask any questions as we go. I'm doing merge request reviews today. This is my least favorite thing to do, so please keep me company while I do it. Ask me any questions as we go. What I'm currently doing is I'm trying to work out why this link has an anchor option. Like, here is the link in this anchor tag. Surely this is not the text, so I would like to know what it is. So I'm going to look up the definition of help page URL. Because we're on Ruby on Rails, and I'm not the best on Ruby, sometimes it takes me a little while to find the definition of these sort of functions like this, because unlike JavaScript, it's not automatically being called in. There's a lot of magic happening behind the scenes. So I'm looking for something like this, define. So maybe we can just look for def. Okay, cool. So defining help page URL. It should take a path and an anchor, which by default is nothing. And what it does is oh my gosh, it uses URL helpers, help page URL in the helper, and passes them along. that's not super helpful. So if we're to look up URL helpers, maybe we can find the definition of this. Oh, there's so many. Great. Presenter, pipeline cache, base service. Ugh. I don't like any of these. Where were we coming from? GitLab routing. Alright. Any of these to do with routing? No. Alright. Okay, this is good to know. Maybe it's a Rails thing. Yeah, I think it's probably like a built-in Rails thing. GitLab routing. Maybe we'll look for a file called routing. Okay, cool. So this is the, I don't know what these are called in Ruby. My Ruby is not very good. Hey, hey, can you hear me on the screen? Somebody has said hello. I said hello back. Oh, you can't hear me. Cool. Well, hi, nice to meet you. If you have any questions, jump in and let me know. Have you like worked on GitLab before? I'm keen to know. What am I working on? Cool. So at the moment, I'm doing code reviews. So I currently have 11 code reviews assigned to me. This is the one we're working on now. It's a change in the naming for the docs. So I've been asked to do the front end review. So each of our merge requests have, we can have different types of reviews, right? So this one has back-end changes, it has UX changes, and it has front-end changes. This is me, James Rushford. So what I'm doing here is a front-end review. And if we have a look at the changes, these two are in the docs, so they're really nothing to do with me. What I'm really doing is reviewing this, which is a very simple change. I just don't know what Anchor does, and that's what I'm trying to work out. Yeah, I'm working on GitLab. I'm a front-end engineer at GitLab. Since all of our code is open source, I'm doing my regular work, but live for you. So the problem I'm having at the moment is I couldn't check out this branch. I don't know why, but I'm trying not to read into it, and because all I actually need to know is where is this text being rendered? What's it being used for? I know it's in a link, it's in an anchor tag, but I don't, yeah, like the text is learn more. This is the link. What is this? What is that doing? Anyone know? Oh, cool. Glad to hear that you're working on an open source project. What is it? Are you doing live coding? Let me have a look. Okay. So what I was looking at is, this is GitLab routing. So this is where that definition comes from of the URL helpers, this one. So if we look at where URL helpers is coming from, it's coming from here. It's coming from GitLab application routes URL helpers. That's pretty confusing. So maybe I'll look for GitLab application helper. Is that? This might be it. Might also be one of these. Again, I don't usually do Ruby on Rails. It's just because I'm just reviewing this because it's in Haml, which is Ruby on Rails markups, and now I'm trying to find what does this function do and what is it doing with the anchor. Okay, I can't find anchor. Maybe it's time to change tack a little bit. If we look for anchor, oh yeah, it's just going to find so many anchors. We only want to look in Ruby, and then we can see a bunch of these, and we just need to know what one of them does. Or we can have a look in the page once the GTK is actually started. Just read through the comments. We've got a question or a comment. I didn't do any live coding of it. I'm working on a GPU accelerated JavaScript renderer for advanced substation alpha subtitles. Oh my gosh. It's a really fancy subtitle format with the ability to do multiple fonts, colors, animations, effects using 3D positioning and animation. Sounds incredible. Sounds super complex. Share a link in the chat if that's a thing you can do, so we can have a look. I'm pretty new to streaming, so I'm not sure if that's how it works. But yeah, interested to hear more about it. Thanks. Here it is. Yeah, I don't have time to have a look properly. I do have to go through these merge requests, but thanks, I'll check it out later. Okay, so what we're looking for is project settings and branches. So I think it might be in the admin area. We've just updated how we build front end when we are rendering it on the GTK with Vite. I set it up and then it wasn't set up and I haven't done it yet. So yeah, so I think I'm looking at projects. Project settings, merge requests. Okay. Project settings, excuse me. So we might have to be in a specific project. Okay. There's a GIF in the README if you want to see what it does quickly. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? It does this? It's like for karaoke? That's so cool. Is the primary use karaoke? I've messed this up. I want to back to the home page. I want to go to the project. Oh, that's really cool. Thanks for showing the I'm a pretty big karaoke fan. Anyway, so I want to look at this project. I want to look at the settings of this project. I want to look at merge requests. Yeah. You can also position the text in 3D in the video to say translate signage or something. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. And it's all open source. That's great. Glad to hear about it. Okay. I'm lost. Okay, project, settings, merge request. Scroll down to target branch rules. It should now be called merge request branch workflow. Okay, that's what we're going to check. Merge request branch workflow. I've never seen this part of GitLab. Yeah. You know what? It's locked behind this, I think. Might be a premium feature. Merge options, merge checks, merge suggestions, merge commit template. Squash. Okay, so we can log on to a different project that is on premium. Yeah. So just got this message from Sin Devil I Love Pie. So they said, unfortunately, I haven't been finding much success finding a job in the industry. Been trying for a while now, but I keep working on open source projects. Sindev, I love pie. Thanks. Sorry. Been looking for a job for a while. Working on open source projects in the meantime. Yeah, I think this is a really great idea. Thanks, Pi. It's a great idea to be working on open source projects. It's kind of one of the reasons why I started this sort of channel is because I know it's really difficult to get that practical work experience on the job, and it's really hard to prove that you are a good engineer because it's a difficult thing to measure. So what I'm hoping is if people are learning how to code, maybe I can help them to get started with contributing on GitLab, so then you can have it on your CV. And I like the teaching. So, all right. So let's focus. I'm pretty sure the test project called Twitter. This one is a premium one. So if we look at the settings now, we might find that the setting that we're looking for is here. Okay. Merge checks, status checks. Alright, merge request approvals, great. Yeah, there's a lot more options now. Target branch rules, cool. So it's still called rules because I wasn't able to check out this branch, so I'm just going to apply the changes from the merge request manually, which should just be this one section, and we're going to change configure rules on target branch to configure workflows on target branch. So maybe this is changing the text. So instead of rules, it should say workflow. And then maybe we can find like the translation for this. No, we can't. Great. Alright, and why is this upset? The anchor is missing in repo branches. What does that mean? Documentation links. Oh, maybe it's pulling the information from here we go. From maybe it's pulling this name from somewhere else. From the must be from here. I don't know how that works. Let's try to understand. So the error we're getting is that the anchor configure workflows for target branches is missing in the markdown. Oh, that's cool. So I guess it's this. Okay. So configure rules. Oops. Okay, so this is it. So maybe this link is actually a link to this section in the markdown. That would make sense. So I'm going to change rules to workflows, and then fingers crossed this error should go away. Oh, it does. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. So now if we look at this page, we should be able to click learn more, and it will give us configure workflows for target branches. So it's automatically going to scroll down to there. It should. It's not. But it should. This one. This should be the link, I think. Is this the same as what we've got? Ah, rules. Why is it saying rules? But we changed it in the markdown. Okay, there was another point in here that says this can't be merged until this one is merged, which is might be the I don't no, this is just other stuff. This should have worked, but it still says create rules, so obviously something hasn't updated here. Yeah, what I'm going to do is just want to make sure that this works, if it's the exact same, because what seems to be happening, right, is the markdown file has not updated. So I can find, because this is just on docs. I'm not running the docs repo. It's directly opening the docs. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So what I want to make sure is this link, will it work once the docs are also updated? So I want to follow the same link, but I'm going to change rules to workflows to rules, and now it does work. So yeah, that's good. That works, and I'm happy with that. And I learned a bit, so that's even more positive. Pretty straightforward. One thing I did have a difficulty with is this is only for Enterprise Edition. So I want to add this. I want to ask if the person can add that to the setup requirements. So I'm going to find where they asked me to do a front end review. Where was I asked? What? Hang on. What was I looking at? I don't know. Anyway, this is where I was asked. Great. So it looks good to me. Looks good to me. Would you mind also adding that this is only for EE, or I don't, this includes premium feature in the validation instructions. Okay, and then from this comment I can also approve, and I can unassign myself from reviewing. Come on, Jay Rushford. And the other thing I need to do is ask the maintainer, the front end maintainer, to review. So I'm going to do assign reviewer for the maintainer role. And I'm going to tag role as well. And that's it. 1 down, 10 to go. There's a lot on the plate this morning, but I'm just going to take a super quick break for a couple of minutes to run to the toilet. I'll be back shortly. Thanks. If you have any questions, ask me. This is a good time to ask. Type them out, and we can go through any questions you have about that or about GitLab generally. I don't mind. Hey, back. I see there's no more questions, but yeah, in between, I've just approved this one. I'm going to jump into the next one. I have a few minutes for questions or comments. If you want, jump in. Pi, it sounded like you were interested in finding a new job. Have you worked as an engineer before? Are you looking for your first job? How does it work? Also, there are jobs going at GitLab at the moment. We are hiring, so to check it out, let me know if you want a. Oh, I can't. What's it called? I can't refer people I don't know, but welcome to get to know me here, and and have a crack on some contributing, and then I'd be happy to refer you. But yeah. Otherwise, just good luck in the job search. Okay, let's move on to the next one if there are no questions. So, okay, so I had 11, now I have 10. Add a new file. This sounds like it's not a great description. There's no details. So this is coming from alright, so this one's a little bit different. This is a contribution from a community contributor, which means someone who doesn't work for GitLab is contributing here, and I've been tagged because I'm listed as a merge review MR coach. So one of my roles at GitLab is to help people who are trying to contribute at GitLab and struggling. So let's have a look at the change. This doesn't look like a useful change. So it might it's a bit odd. So what I'm going to do is just reach out to this person and see if they need any help, because there's nothing to approve here. It looks like there are no changes. I need to work out how to speak and type at the same time. This Emma, another good tip is you can find GitLab Discord. Come on, GitLab. Oh, look at the GitLab jobs. There you go. So we have a Discord server that is for community members to connect with each other and team members. So please join our Discord. You can ask for help there. I will. I'm also often there. I want to take this this link and put it in the helping. Would you like help setting something up? You can also ask for help in our Discord. So in Discord, you'll find, yeah, and I'm gonna unassign myself for now. Yeah, so I'm trying to be really careful to be as polite as possible here. It's really difficult, particularly when you work remotely, even more when you work with the public, to make sure that so when you get a message from someone else, you should always assume best intentions, but it's really difficult on something like this, so I'm just going to be overly nice. Okay, one down. Still 9 more. But yeah, join the Discord, ask for help. That's we have an entire team at GitLab dedicated to helping contributors succeed. It's called Contributor Success. So yeah, on Discord you'll find them. You'll also find our GitLab community heroes, who are community members who are also happy to help. Okay, so here is another community contribution. What does this one do? It removes environment for build method. So this is removing a helper, an environment helper, because it's not used anywhere anymore, and it solves some of this issue. Which experiment to identify dead code in our backend. Great. Okay, well this sounds really positive, but it's backend only. So I'm just tagged here because the GitLab bot has tagged me to help. So what I'm going to do is just ask for for a backend review from this GitLab username. I'll also introduce myself because I want people who are contributing to GitLab to feel connected and like that they can reach out for help, because you can. You watch me stream, you can ask me for help. You can either find me here on Twitch on How to Software Engineer or on Discord. So, okay, so give me 1 second, I'll just type this out. And then I'm just going to assign Ian here, and I'm going to unassign myself. Why didn't that work? Come on, what's happening? I don't know why that didn't work. It did work. Okay, cool. Yeah, great. Okay, next. And again, I'm just getting that because I'm signed up to be a merge review coach. There's a bunch of engineers at GitLab who are signed up for similar tasks, so you'll hopefully get a lot of help when you ask. Okay, this is from the same person, from Ted Tran, and I've just assigned something to Ian. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you this super cool thing. Is the GitLab reviewer roulette. So because I just so this usually happens automatically, but because I just assigned something to this person, I don't want to assign two things. I'm going to look for a backend reviewer on the GitLab project. I don't care about the time zone. I'm going to spin the wheel, and now Malcolm Locke is the one who is going to have the pleasure of doing this review. This takes into account are people on leave, things like that. This one, it also takes into account what time zone that you are based in and what time zone you would prefer to have a reviewer based in. Thanks for another contribution, Ted. Come on. No, we don't want Ian to do it. We want Malcolm, I think it was. Mallo. Why can't we? Malcolm Locke, yeah. Great. And yeah, jump in if you have any questions as we go. Not super interesting right now, but this is part of my merge request coaching responsibilities, so I'm unassigning myself. I don't know why that's not automatically why it's not auto completing, but I'm going to leave it. I don't have time at the moment. Okay, this is getting a lot lower. Great. This is what we just did. Fine. Okay. Remove unused product email assets. This feels very similar. Wow, there's a lot of changes here, but so okay, let's read it then. So it resolves this comment. Only 2 places are still using the assets from in product marketing, and only 2 assets are being used. This MR removes the rest. Okay, so it's already been approved by Kerry, backend maintainer. So, so here, I'm not reviewing the backend. I'm just reviewing the front end. Alright, and we can see the history here. Okay, cool. So it's gone through 2 backend reviews already. So we're going to have a look at the changes, and we're going to see how what we need to verify. So we're removing a bunch of images, and then this is the section, excuse me, that is front end. This section here. This is front end because it's Ruby on Rails HAML, which is a HTML markup language. Okay, so I would really like to see this in production. So I'm going to try to check out the branch. Hopefully it works this now, because it wasn't working before. I think this is a community contribution, so I'm not sure. No, from GitLab. The only reason I say is because it can make a slight difference on how do you check it out, because it might be on another person's repository. I think I set up a thing for this, GitLab checkout, because I'm on a, GitLab checkout, and now it'll do it. Because I'm on the community branch, and I want to check out something that's on the main repo, I set up this little function. I can't remember what it does. Anyway, let me know if you want to see it. I'll show you. But it just works. It gets the right branch. I'll share it if you want it. Probably should have used that before. Alright, so we're discarding these changes because we're not using them anymore. We're going to try again. And then, okay, so I need some validation instructions. There are none. Okay. Maybe it's in an email, so I'm not going to be able to see it anyway. And so what was changed is, I think this bit here, we changed it from team 2 to team 1. So I just want to make sure like this exists and it is a real thing. Yeah, cool. And what was team 2? Okay. Let's have a look in this folder. There's no team 2. We didn't remove a team 2. I don't know why team 2 was there before, but team certainly exists. So yeah, it's all cool from me. I'm going to approve it. It's an easy one. We're going to hand it over to the maintainer, Anna. Looks good to me. I don't have any useful comments to add. So I'm going to tag the maintainer so that the maintainer knows it's now there. Turn. So I'm approving it. I'm assigning the reviewer Anna, and unassigning the reviewer myself. Unassign reviewer me. Cool. Smashing through these. Yeah, it's way more fun on the stream. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for making this a little bit more fun. I'm certainly enjoying it more than usual. Alright, so I'm just going to refresh this page, see how many we're down to. 6, great. Let's see if we can finish all of them. This one might be a bit harder because it's coming from Thomas and my team, and it's probably something I actually need to think about. So let's let's just do this one and do it slowly. So what this does is it removes the old breadcrumb text class to fix breadcrumb title truncating on mobile. This was conflicting with a newer class from GL breadcrumb styles. Now, this is an area I've worked in. This is part of my team, so I've done a little bit here, so hopefully we can do it a little bit quicker. Okay, so here is the example. Before, it didn't show any text at all, and now it does. How do we set up and validate? First, we want to check out this branch. So GL, check out this branch. And yeah, that's why I couldn't check out that branch before as well, because I forgot I have this funny setup. Just the funny setup just exists so that I can work from the community branch the same way that you are. So essentially my workflow, even as a GitLab engineer, is the same workflow as you as a community contributor. So I have a little bit of a funny setup. Okay, so go to a project that has an avatar. The bug only happened when the project group user had an avatar. CSS, I roll. Okay, cool. Go to any page where the breadcrumb overflow on a mobile view width, like new issue, for example. Give the avatar breadcrumb a long title, either via DevTools or for real putting it in the project settings. Shrink your window to around 500 pixels and you should be able to reproduce the bug on master/verify to fix here. So let's verify it first because we're already checked out the branch, and then we can have a look in master if we need to. We can probably also see it here. Yeah, like we can probably just see it live here. So if we're looking at a mobile phone, and what if this text was longer? Please don't move away from this. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna manually, why is this blurry? It's so strange. Oh gosh, come on. Okay, cool. I'd really like to know why this is blurry. Is it blurry for everyone? Like, on a mobile? I just can't imagine why it would be that way. Yeah, this whole section is just very low definition. I just want to see if there is anything weird doing this. Yeah. No, maybe it's just something weird on Chrome. I'll check it later on a mobile, I guess. Okay, so we're going to want a longer one, so we're just going to call it GitLab is cool. And then we should, okay, we need it to overflow. Super fucking cool. Am I allowed to swear on this stream? It's probably not advised, but it's fine. Okay, cool. So here is, that's the bug. Great, because we're on master. So now we're going to recreate it, and we're going to see, do we still have the same bug issues? Yeah, thanks for watching. If you've just joined, I'm doing my usual work on GitLab, but because GitLab is open source, I'm doing it publicly, so you're welcome to watch, ask any questions. I'd love it if you're interested in contributing as well. I'm here to help. But yeah, thanks for coming to watch. Alright, so we're going to close this sidebar. We're going to look at this like GitLab shell, and we're going to add some extra text here so that it'll have to be truncated, which just means shortened. GitLab shell is super cool, and so is James. Look, that works. That's better. Oh, and we need one with a with an emoji. All right. Let's just add an emoji, huh? To the project name. It's GDK. We can do whatever we want. I'm gonna rename it, I hope. Cool. Now you can actually, you can give it an emoji from like here, and because this is valid. Where'd it go? It's like valid text. So if you name your project with an emoji like this, it works. And then what's really cool is when you look at this, like so the logo is automatically G, or you can add your own logo. But if it's a emoji, you get the emoji. Look at that. How fun. Looks a bit weird like this, but works here. Maybe we should remove the emoji here and here, or at least here. Oh, that looks a bit shit. Alright, cool. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that and raise an issue, or I'll just comment on it and see if maybe Thomas wants to make the issue for me instead, because I don't really want to. Alright, cool. So we want a new issue. Issues, new. Oh, I can't believe how well this is going. Smashing through these. Usually this would have taken me all day. So thanks for being here, and thanks for accidentally improving my productivity. I plan to stream most days. Why not? More productivity. It's fun. Hopefully you like it. If you do, let me know by following me or something, or letting me know in the chat. That's real helpful. It's cool and stuff. Alright, sweet. Look at that. Yep, verified. Cool. So I'm going to look at the code now. Breadcrumb, set the focus on the first item. What's that mean? Wait. Okay, so previously we had this text, this class called breadcrumb item text, and we removed it entirely. And instead what we've done here is we've renamed this link to be JS breadcrumb item text instead of breadcrumb item text. It's probably JS breadcrumb item text to differentiate between So we have two types of components at GitLab, and super confusingly, they're both named pretty much the same thing. So we have Vue components, Vue, like V-U-E. You know what a Vue component is, I hope. If you don't, ask me. There's no dumb questions, and I like teaching. And the other is also called Vue, but it's V-I-E-W, because that's what it's called in Ruby on Rails. When you have a view, it's a component. It's that's pretty frustrating, but that's fine. Okay, so that's fine. This is fine. Understand this. It's just renaming from this one. We're getting rid of this section which says group path this unless it's for a drop down. I'm just going to ask, so here I have a question. We used to have this, I guess it's broken now, but we used to have a like conventional comments. Anyway, question non-blocking. What is unless for drop down? Oops. I don't want the, what is, I want it to be a code, I want it, yeah. What is unless for drop down doing, and why is it okay that it is removed? I'm going to start a review so all my comments go through all in one go. So hopefully it's going to be my only comment, but okay, here we're getting rid of breadcrumb item text, and we're just leaving it with JavaScript breadcrumb item text. Okay, but didn't we do that here? Oh, this is the test. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, cool, no worries. Great. That's my only question. It's a non-blocking question, so I am going to approve it, but I'm also going to write a comment to say when I was testing I found this bug. I don't know if you want to, it's not related. What? Oh, Lee did the back end review. So Lee is one of our engineers in Contributor Success. You can find him in Twitch if you ever want help. He's always in Twitch. He'll often do the community contributor code reviews, so he's a really great resource. Okay, so what I want to say is when I was reproducing this, I found another funny little bug. So when oh shit, okay, testing this, I've found some odd behavior for when, I'm just going to type and I'll read it out for you later. I feel like it's weird me writing and typing. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not related to this. So I'm going to and then I'm going to pass it over to the maintainer, who is Topeka. It makes me so happy that Topeka got the maintainership. She was trying really hard to get that. So and she was super helpful in helping some of my interns with their learning. Maybe not interns is the right word. Anyway, I'm going to approve. I'm going to assign to Topeka. And I'm going to unassign myself. Come on. Unassign myself. I don't know why that. Anyway. Alright, so I'm adding it to the review, and then I'm just sending everything all at the same time. I'm submitting the review. So then it means that people on this don't get 2 emails, they just get 1. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that didn't take quite as long as we need. Ah, shit, I didn't notice. It has failed a pipeline here. Okay, that's fine. So what this means is when Thomas uploaded it, all of the tests passed, and then we did some more serious tests to see if we can merge it, and they failed. So probably it just means that we need I need to rebase this, because I bet this error does have something to do with the breadcrumbs. Yeah. Oops. Well, that's oops. I'm gonna remove Topeka from reviews. I'm gonna write another comment. Sorry, I didn't see the test was failing and seems relevant. I assumed it would be not relevant. Could you please fix this before I approve at Thomas? And then I'm gonna unapprove. No, I'm not. I think I can do it here. I can't. How do I? Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna keep myself assigned. That's right. Unassign Topeka, which looks like I didn't do properly anyway. Yeah, and I'm gonna revoke approval. And then I think it might be time for a little snack. So how do I revoke approval? Oh, here we go. Okay, sweet. Cool. Just gonna remove this slash. Alright, sweet. So this is still on my list, but my work on it is done. So yeah, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this. Hopefully I'll try again later today. Still have some merge requests to do. So yeah, thanks so much for joining. Please join us on Discord, on the GitLab Discord. If you can't find it, just Google it. Yeah, I'm often there. It's for the community to support each other, and where GitLab staff work to support community. So you're more than welcome there. We also do community pair programming sessions on Tuesday European lunchtime. But if you'd like to do that sort of thing, or be part of it, Let me know. Reach out on the best way to reach out is on GitLab, um, or on Discord. On Discord is the easiest one. But you can, if you're working on something on GitLab, you can also tag me just like this, Jay Rushford, and I'll see that and I'll respond, and maybe I'll even do it on a live stream. If you want to create a merge request, yeah, tag me for a review, and if it's front end, and I can do it live if you want. So yeah, thanks so much for joining. Bye.